About 64% of Americans wear glasses, and with such a common accessory being worn, you would think they would be a popular home to some smart technology. Considering the world is sprinting in the direction of wearables, with smartwatches and earbuds, and even smart rings, glasses would seem to deserve a spot on that list. But for one reason or another, we have yet to see a wide adoption of smart glasses. A few companies have tried, but ended up with miserable failures, and perhaps that deterred the industry. So when will we start to make progress with smart glasses? Well, a few weeks ago, I got the new Amazon Echo frames, and I've been wearing them every day to learn more about what these glasses are really all about. While the Echo frames don't actually have a visible display, they take a slightly different approach, and it seems to be a good first step in the right direction for smart glasses. In this video, I want to put these glasses to the test, and break down just how these smart glasses work, with everything I liked and didn't like after wearing them.
Hey, what's up guys? So these are the Amazon Echo frames, and if you've been on your Amazon homepage literally any time in the past month or two, you probably noticed that it's just been absolutely bombarded with Echo frames ads. Amazon's really pushing these hard, trying to let everybody know that they exist. And so I have some opinions about these glasses, some things that are good and bad, and I'll talk about how they work, but also why Amazon chose to make these. Okay, so first things first, I want to point out that these are just frames. When you get them, they come with a piece of glass there. It's just a dummy piece of glass. I took it out just because it got smudgy and it wasn't ideal for my use. But essentially what you should be doing is getting these, taking them to your eye doctor, and then replacing with, the dummy glass there with your actual prescription lens. And then you have just a normal pair of glasses that is also a smart pair of glasses. And the second thing to note is that since these are frames, like the style is obviously going to be important. They're meant to be worn all day, or maybe you just have a second pair of glasses that you use when you're working at your desk. Like, I don't know what your situation is, but they do only have one style of frame here, and I think the frame it's a pretty common style. It doesn't really look bad. I think it looks fine. I personally, I don't know if I would choose these for my own frames. I think I look weird in glasses, so I also don't wear prescription glasses, so not my number one choice, but regardless, they don't necessarily look bad. On the right and left side, you'll see that it is a little bit on the chunkier side. They are a little bit thicker, so from a distance, it might be hard to tell that they're not normal glasses, but up close, holding these, you're definitely gonna know there's a little bit of chunkiness on either side. It feels very plasticky, but at the same time, very light, and I think they did a good job of keeping this as subtle as they can right now. It's not totally subtle, and there's definitely room for improvement, but the size of these and the overall weight of them, I was impressed. They did a decent job. As far as comfort goes, like, wearing these glasses, I've worn them for, several hours, and there's really no discomfort at all. They seem to fit really well on my head. And with that being said, let's get into kind of a physical tour. Like I said, there's a lot of technology on these glasses, a lot more than you might expect. And so I want to start off on the right side. So on the outside there, it looks like just plain plastic. It's actually a touchpad, which is cool because it's giving you an extra level or an extra degree of freedom for your controls here. You can swipe or tap. And there's a couple things you'll be doing with this. So swiping and tapping is going to be a great way to answer and reject phone calls. On top of that, it's also going to be how you choose which notifications are read to you. So you can actually go through, and for the first day of wearing these, when somebody texts you, it's going to say, Nate O'Brien texted you, swipe to hear Nate's text, tap to never hear his text again on here. And so you can choose on what they call a VIP list whose messages are actually read to you while you're wearing the glasses. Now on the bottom side, we have our 4 nodes and 2 little magnets for the charger. So you're just gonna set these down and charge these probably overnight. I'll talk about the battery life later on in this video. But next to that, we have 2 holes on either side. So 2 holes on each side, right above your ears really. And that's where the speakers are. And the speakers are pointed down directly at your ears. And again, I'll test this out later on. I'll show you guys how loud they are and how well other people around you can hear, which I think you might be surprised. But we also have 2 buttons here. So the one button is going to be a rocker. So it's going to be your volume rocker. You can go up or down, of course. And the other one is going to be your action button. Pretty standard to what you might see on like an Echo Dot or something like that. Just an action button. If you press and hold it, it'll just turn off the microphone and turn off notifications. Essentially turns into like a regular, or I think you double press to do that. Sorry, you double press to turn off the microphone. You press and hold to turn the glasses off. Now something else that's kind of cool is on the top of the frames, there is a little LED. So when you're wearing these, you don't really see the LED. It's in your peripheral vision up there, but it'll change from white to blue to red and kind of a greenish color as well. The same colors you're gonna see on something like an Echo Dot again, and those colors are going to be the same thing. So it's red when your microphone is muted, it's white when you're talking to your voice assistant, like your native voice assistant, not Amazon Alex. I'll just call her Alex for this video so I don't trigger yours at home. But it is blue when you're talking to Amazon Alex. Now on the right side, there's also two small holes, one on the bottom, one on the top, and that is for the microphone. So you can actually field phone calls with these. And again, I'll test out the microphone quality in a second as well. But when you're wearing these, it is pretty cool to be able to just answer a phone call by tapping the side. You don't have earbuds in, you can hear your surroundings, everything's normal, but you're just on a phone call and really nobody else knows that. So I thought that was really cool. We can get in some testing right now. It's also worth noting that the Echo frames come with a case, and in the case they have the charging cable, which is, like I said, a little magnetic thing that snaps on the top. They also have a charging block. It's nice to see products still coming with the charging block. And then of course they have the little towelette thing that you clean your lens with. And so the case is pretty solid. It's a really nice hard case actually, and I was impressed with that. Oh, and actually one other thing I noticed, when you fold these up, kind of a little bit of a downside, they don't actually fold up all the way. So they fold and they really stick out pretty far. Obviously it's because there's a lot of stuff going on here, but it would be nice to see them collapse like a little bit better than that. Okay, so getting into the testing, first things first, the audio quality is honestly not what I expected. So when I tried these on, at first it is a little bit weird because you're used to being able to identify where the sound is coming from, kind of have some kind of spatial awareness. You can hear sounds. When you're wearing headphones, you know, the sound is right in your ear so you know where it's coming from. But with these, like I said, it's a little bit odd at first. The sound's coming from the glasses and kind of projecting into your ears. And it's really strange, but it is a really cool, it's a really cool concept, honestly. But as far as the actual audio quality itself goes, being that these are so tiny, the speakers here, I didn't expect it to sound good. And quite honestly, the speakers sound a lot like my MP3 player from 2006. Like there's essentially no bass at all. They're really, really tiny tweeter. And when listening to music, it's not going to give you a great experience. It's gonna be subtle background music at best. Like it can get relatively loud, but again, you're not getting any bass. So as far as music listening, these are not going to be any kind of great listening experience. However, it is, you know, they work really well for phone calls and for voice assistant. And like I said, just for some subtle, like if you're listening to like lo-fi, like hip hop beats in the background, like, yeah, they do a decent job of you can still hear your surroundings just fine. And it's like some background music playing, but like, again, don't expect to have any kind of great music experience. But let's actually get into a volume test. I'll do my best to just kind of hold the microphone where my ear is so you guys can hear exactly what it sounds like. And then we'll get into a sound bleed test. I don't know if we can call it sound bleed, but if I'm wearing these glasses, how far away do you have to be to not hear my music? It's actually surprisingly close. Like you can be only about a foot or two away and really not hear the music much at all. Okay, so right now I'm holding the microphone right next to the camera. It's probably about 12 inches from the glasses, and at this point you really can't hear the music. I mean, you can kind of faintly hear it a little bit, but I'll be quiet and you guys can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, so you really don't hear much. But now if we move the microphone right to where your ear would go, you'll see right here, you should probably start hearing the music, but there really is almost no bass at all. So yeah, like I said, really no bass, but the music, I mean, it's there. Now, I've done some extensive testing with the battery. Realistically, you're gonna easily get through an entire day. I don't know anybody that wears glasses when they sleep, so charging overnight is not a problem in my book. So battery life was okay. You're easily getting through a day, maybe a day and a half, but charge them overnight just in case. All right, so the next test is going to be the microphone test. So right now, this is what it sounds like using the microphone on these glasses. Again, you have a microphone like right over here on this corner. So, I mean, comment down below. Let me know if you can hear what I'm saying. If I was on a phone call with you wearing these glasses, this is probably exactly what it would sound like. Now, I think at this point, you guys probably get the general idea of how these glasses work, but it still leads to the question, and honestly, after wearing this for a while, I kind of have the question too of, why did Amazon make these? And what is the point of them? Are people actually going to wear these every day? Will they have widespread adoption. And I think it comes down to this. Well, first of all, the things I liked about these glasses. I really liked getting notifications, and it was a distraction-free way of hearing my notifications. So instead of having to look at my watch, instead of having to look at my phone, instead of having to look anywhere, I could just hear my notifications on the glasses without having earbuds in my ears. So as far as comfort and convenience goes, getting text messages was really nice. You hear the text and you can decide, if you want to reply or not. If it's just somebody talking to you, you can pretty much just ignore it, but you don't have to hear, get a vibration in your pocket and then take it out and look at it. So notifications, I thought was really convenient. Using the voice assistant on here, again, is kind of convenient. I'm not a big voice assistant user on this. I mean, I love it in a smart home situation to ask about the weather and stuff, but I mean, if I'm walking around in public, I don't necessarily want to be the guy talking to myself, but actually talking to my glasses. Like, it's not the best look, and I would rather just be discreet and like type it on my phone or something. But again, to each their own. If that's useful for you, that's a great option as well. When it comes to listening to music on these, it's not going to give you a great audio experience, but like I said before, if you're just working on a computer all day and you don't like the discomfort of earbuds or headphones in your ears all day long, then some really subtle music like this, some good background music, is a great way to hear your surroundings and at the same time just get a little music in your ears, during your workday. So I thought that was a great aspect as well. But other than that, I mean, again, wait, one other thing, phone calls were cool too. So for those reasons, these would be popular for early adopters, people that are really interested in the newest technology and they love to flex the fact that they have speakers or a voice assistant in their glasses. As far as widespread adoption, I'm pretty sure Amazon doesn't expect them to get widespread adoption. And you can kind of prove this because if you look at a lot of other companies, like Tim Cook is using an iPhone, he's using an Apple Watch because he believes that those are really what everyone's going to be using. I dug on the internet and I couldn't find a picture of Jeff Bezos wearing these glasses, which means that at Amazon, they probably don't think these are going to be the next big thing, but I was kind of thinking as far as why they would make them, it might be for a couple reasons. It might be one, they're just really trying to get their voice assistant everywhere possible. I think more likely than that though, they're trying to show that they're an innovative company in the hardware world. So they don't have a phone, they're kind of getting into the smartwatch industry, but they know really nobody else out there is making smart glasses. So this might be a big public image thing for Amazon, just to show everybody like, hey, look, they're serious about making some newer technology. And you know what, maybe the future iteration will have even more technology in it than this one. I mean, time will only tell if this is going to be a boom or a bust, but comment down below and let me know what you think of the Amazon Echo frames. Are these something that you would wear or would you buy them? I mean, I'll link down below so you can see the latest price, but I mean, it's an interesting concept. It was definitely fun to test out. I don't know if I would wear them every day, especially because I guess I don't wear glasses every day, but if I did, I'm not sure if I would wear them every day. I mean, I still haven't decided. I'm probably gonna wear them a little bit more just to get more of an idea of if I like them or not. But like I said, guys, comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.